what I think happened here is, let me find this spot. Where is it? Oh yeah, right here. If you look right here, you'll see like a chip. And I think what happened is when they put that layer of just cement on here, some of it stayed on real good and some of it didn't. Some of it dried too fast, some of it didn't, whatever, but there's thousands of micro cracks everywhere. And here's the biggie here. This goes all the way across, down below. And on this side, you see this thing? It's got some big cracks. The other thing that happened, if you look at this thing, you'll see these white spots on here. Some of this just cement that was put on there really stuck on and some of it didn't. So as I'm taking the wire wheel and getting all this stuff and clearing up the micro cracks so that when I put this waterproofing flexi shield on there, it has something to grab onto and it can seal all that stuff. But anyways, I'm grinding along with this wire wheel, it'll hit spots that just puff into like powdered cement because they didn't adhere properly. So yeah, so what we're going to do, as you can see here, we're going to do this to all 8 tanks. And then we're going to coat it with this flexi shield. Let it dry for 72, 96 hours or so. And then start filling it up and hopefully that'll do it. So when they did this thing, of course, we didn't know anything about this, and I've never made a tank like this. Yeah, but look at this. Yeah. Anyway, if they would have put a little thicker layer on there, maybe put 2 or 3 layers on there, we wouldn't have this problem. Of course, here in Thailand, one day you're growing rice, the next day you're making houses. So maybe they've never made a tank and they just said, I can do it.
You can do it.
Yeah.
Yoji.
So anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. We're going to do this and then we're going to take the hose, the power washer, wash all this stuff out and then let it dry for 3-4 days or something. And then we're going to
Yoji, come here. Come. Come.
Yeah, I'll just put my eyes in there. And there's the OG. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to wash it all out, let it dry out, and then we're going to put this stuff on there. And then after it dries for 3-4 days, we will start filling this thing and hopefully, no, not hopefully, it will take care of it. But, okay, yeah, and what we're going to do is we're only going to do this side here, and then after we try it out, we'll do the other side because this stuff is expensive. It's about $100 a bag and it takes 2 bags per. So yeah, hopefully it'll hold water and then we can put some fish in here and we can have a swimming pool and everything like that. And even Dioji helped. Let me show you what he did. This is Dioji's bed. Of course, I won't mention that we were going to throw it away anyway because he tore a big hole in the bottom of this thing. But
So he sacrificed his own bed.
he sacrificed his bed so I can have knee pads. Because getting the bottom of this thing and being on this concrete is not good for the knees. So Dioji gave up his bed so I would not hurt my knees. All right, we're gonna keep going. And Woon is coming behind me, sweeping up, getting all the dust as much as possible. And then later, when we rinse all this out, we'll gather all the dust that's left over in these little things for the sump pump, and then we'll get whatever dust is left behind so that we can apply this stuff. All right, let me get busy and we'll go from here. Okay, so here's the end of the day. I did 3.5. 2 have been swept out. This still needs sweeping to get all that sand and dust and stuff. This one here, I got this whole top section. I still need to do the bottom. I'll do that tomorrow because it's getting late and I am beat. And here, Woon swept around there, here, and on this side. So what I'm going to do is I will do this wire brush thing here to all 8 tanks. Sweep them out, get the bulk of the sand and whatever else is in there. And then I will take the power washer and wash everything inside and out. Pump out all the water that accumulates down in here. And after the water's out, go in that corner and get whatever water's left over, whatever sand is left over, and then we will let this thing dry to the weekend. Today is Sunday, so it'll be a week, and then we will start with this tank here and work our way this way. And I think what we'll do is we'll do 4. We'll let them dry about 4 days, a week or so. And then I will start filling them with filtered water from that second tank there. Now it'll be slow to fill them up because it has to push the water through the filter, and there is only 2,000 liters in reserve, so it'll take a while. But I think I will fill these tanks and wait and make sure that this stuff works because it is expensive. Yeah. So if it works, it was worth the money. If it doesn't work, then it was a waste of money. But the only way we're going to find out is to actually fill them and see what happens. So once this thing is filled up back to this mark, which is 30 centimeters from the top, and it holds for a few days, then I will go buy some more of that stuff It's a Flexi Shield by Crocodile. And then we'll do this side. And hopefully, I'm pretty confident from all the videos I saw from the product video that I saw, it looked like it would definitely hold this. So let's pray for the best and see what happens, because I want to get some fish in here. Of course, I also need to work on this filter. What I decided is I will put a large river rock here. I will put some 50% shade material in there. It's kind of like a screen. And then some more river rock on top. On this one, I think I will put a medium river rock in here. And then bio balls on the last one. And I think what I'll do is I will put 2 outlets on this thing. One I will put all the way down to the bottom, and one will come out and dump to create a lot of turbulence and put air into the water. So between the one in the bottom pushing water out here towards the submersible pump and the one falling here, I think it will be a good environment for this thing. So once I get this thing going and try it out and make sure that it does what it's supposed to do, then I will put one of those little setups to every tank. All right, so tomorrow's another day. I will continue. I'll finish that tank over there, move over to that one, and work my way over to here. And once that is done, then we'll go from there. Okay, so here we are back at the water tanks, trying to get this thing done. And as you guys know, we've had a lot of problems holding the water in here. And I have discovered why. There are basically 2 reasons that this is not going well. One, I don't know if you can see it here. Yeah, right there. There are cracks like this, and that doesn't help. It just lets that water through. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. It lets the water through. Now this particular tank here, in 12 hours it was empty. The other problem is when they did the cement, I don't know what they did, but there's a whole bunch of little holes. There's a whole bunch of little holes. And I would venture to say that they didn't work it enough to get the air pockets out of this thing, so it developed holes. Now, how deep do they go? I don't know. But either way, I'm saying that that's part of the problem. So what I did is over the last 2 days, but I had so many problems with that I didn't record anything until today. I went through and wire brushed all of these walls, all 8 of them, and then I power washed And this is the only cement, dust, and dirt and whatever that's left. So today, Woon's gonna get down in there, gather up that stuff, get the water out of there and stuff. And what we're going to do is, Crocodile has this stuff called Flex Shield. I keep saying Flexi, but it's Flex Shield. And that is supposed to create a layer that will hold the water and become waterproof. And it's safe for drinking water and all that stuff, so the fish will be okay. So either this afternoon or tomorrow morning, I will start here in this tank. And what I'm going to do is I am going to do these 4 tanks and then wait. The minimum curing time is 3 days, but they suggest 7 to 14 to make it better. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to look at it and see how it's drying and everything, and then go from there. I was thinking maybe minimum a week, 7 days. So anyway, what I will do is once that happens, I will put water in these things, and I'm confident that it will work and it will hold. And then we will buy some Flex Shield for this other side, because this stuff here is about almost $100 a bag. And for this thing here, it'll take 2.5, 3 bags per tank. I know it's a lot, and I know a lot of people are going to say, whoa, you can do this and you can do that. Yes, there's many things you can do, but a lot of the stuff that you find in the US, you just don't find here in Thailand, because this cement fish tanks are not normal for Thailand. Normally what they do is they go out there, they dig a hole and make a pond and just keep adding water, whatever, and they put the fish in there. When it's time to harvest, they empty, they get the fish out of the mud, and then refill it somewhere along the way. Well, I don't have that kind of luxury because I don't have a water source to keep emptying and refilling and stuff. So I think this is the best deal. Now, the other thing is, they do have some cement fish tanks here in Thailand, but normally they're only about 18 inches, maybe 24 inches deep. So even if you get a little bit of seepage, it's no big deal because it's only a couple of feet of water. Here, this is about 6.5 feet deep. And so you naturally have more weight, more pressure, and a little bit harder to maintain that level. And the reason I did that is because here in Thailand it's really hot. So with a deeper water, I will maintain a cooler temperature, and the fish can go up and down depending on whether they want hotter or colder. And yeah, all this is a big experiment because I've never done this. I don't know anything about fish. So I am going to fake it and make it. Yeah. So hopefully everything will go well, and we can put some fish in here. Yep. All right, I'll keep you updated and let you know what happens after we put the stuff in here. And like I said, once you put it in there, it'll take 7 to 14 days. And when I put the water in there, I'll decide whether it's 7, 8, 14 days, whatever. But I will look at this thing as it's drying and curing and make a decision at that time. Yeah. And, oh, by the way, this stuff here, you have to put 2 coats. You put the first one in there, and then the second coat, anywhere from 30 to 90 minutes, you do the second coat. So what I'm thinking is, I will start here, go to the next tank, the next tank, the next tank, then come back to this tank and do the second coat. All right, I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย